this massive security presence around him. This is an unprecedented moment.
It certainly is, and I think it's important when we talk about the president's authority to draw a distinction here. The president basically has carte blanche to bring the military into the District of Columbia. The law, the District of Columbia is not a state, and the president can bring in the military if he likes. It's a very different story in the 50 states. The act he's talking about, it has the name, the very evocative name of the Insurrection Act of 1807, and it says the president can bring in the military. However, it says it must be at the request of a state government. So I don't know exactly what their justification is if they think they can just send the military in to a state, because that is not prohibited, it is not allowed. It's well established. There's another similarly old law called the Posse Comitatus Act, which says that the American military cannot be involved in law enforcement. The Insurrection Act is a kind of exception to that, but it is only at the request of a state government. And as far as I'm aware, no states, including, of course, Minnesota, have asked for the military to come in. So, so we'll have to see how that develops.
To your point, Jeffrey, and you just explained it so perfectly, it does explain his phrasing, right? He brought them into Washington. Looks like he may be about to speak here. We will watch that as a moment. But he did say that that every governor must deploy their full National Guard, and if they don't, he will deploy the U.S. military and quickly solve the problem for them. That's what he said. Now he's standing there looking around after what was, frankly, a pretty undignified approach to St. John's Episcopal Church, looking like he's holding up a Bible. Walking by some graffiti saying "No Justice, No Peace" and FTP, which people can figure out what that stands for. Holding up a Bible.
We have a great country. That's my thoughts. This country in the world. Great. They will make it easy. It won't take long. It's not going to take long. You see what's going on. It's coming back. It's coming back strong. It'll be greater than ever before.
Shouted out questions to the president as he is there across the street, as we said, with his staff, massive security detail holding up a Bible. I'm just listening here along with everyone else, just to pause here for a moment of the president setting up this photo op for himself, dispersing peaceful protesters to do so in front of a boarded up church, which had that fire due to the protests last evening. You can see him standing there. I think it's important just to talk about the image. He sees this as his big photo. You saw him sort of, caring about the moment and the photo, now bringing everybody in here for his photo op. That's what this is all about for him. It's Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. As he does this, and I will, Bill Barr, the Attorney General, who we saw coming in, we're going to continue to monitor this and listen. While we do that, I'm going to bring in the governor of Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker. Governor, you were on the phone with the president today. You had some strong words. I want to ask you about that, but first, what do you say? You just heard Jeffrey Toobin, president saying he is going to mobilize the U.S. military to go into states, deploy them quickly to solve the problem for them if they won't do it. That they are the governors. You are one of them. What do you say to the president?
Well, first of all, I reject the notion that the federal government can send troops into the state of Illinois. The fact is that the president has created an incendiary moment here. He wants to change the subject from his failure over coronavirus, a miserable failure, and now seeing a moment when there is unrest because of the injustice that was done to George Floyd, that he now wants to create another topic and something where he can be the law and order president. He's been a miserable failure. What I talked about on the call today was the fact that his rhetoric is inflaming passions around the nation. He should be calling for calm. He should be calling for bringing the temperature down. He's doing the exact opposite.
Well, Governor, what he just did was hold up a Bible, making it clear that that's what he stands for. He's the